Hi everyone and welcome to session 1 of our online course on podcasting using podcast for Spotify. My name is Father Louis Guades III, and you know me already, and I will be your instructor for this course. First of all, what is podcast? A podcast is a digital audio file that is made available on the internet for download or streaming. Podcast can be about anything from news and current events to comedy and entertainment. Different types of podcasts, there are many types of podcasts actually. It includes first, news and current events podcasts. These podcasts provide listeners with the latest news and information on current events. Then we also have comedy podcasts. These podcasts are designed to make listeners laugh, and they often feature stand-up comedians, impromptu or sketch comedy. Likewise, we also have entertainment podcasts. These podcasts cover a wide range of topics such as movies, TV, music, and pop culture. Then you also have educational podcasts. These podcasts teach listeners about a specific topic, such as history, science, or business. Then you also have an interview podcast. These podcasts feature interviews with experts, celebrities, and other interesting people. Then we can also say a Claretian podcast. Anyway, that will be later on. Now, why start a podcast? Well, there are many reasons to start a podcast, and here are a few. First is to share your passion with the world. If you have a passion for a particular topic, you can use a podcast to share that passion with the world. Second, it's to build an audience. You can use a podcast to build an audience of people who are interested in what you have to say. Likewise, it is also to make money. Some would use podcasts so that they can gain money. And you can monetize your podcast through advertising, sponsorship, or selling merchandise. For us Claretians, this one is just for our ministry, but if you want to monetize it later on, there's no problem with that. What are the benefits of podcasting? Podcasting has many benefits, including 1, it's a convenient way to consume content. People can listen to podcasts on their smartphones, tablets, or computers. This makes it easy, it makes it a convenient way to consume content while they're commuting, exercising, or doing other activities, just using an earphone, okay? It's also a personal way to connect with people. Podcasts can create a personal connection between the host and the listener. This is because listeners often feel like they know the host on a personal level. So if maybe later on you will be very known, and you will have many followers, then these followers, since they know you and you are close to them, so they will listen more because they know the host himself. It's also a great way to learn new things. There are podcasts about just about every topic imaginable in this world. This makes it a great way to learn new things and expand your knowledge. Now, what do you need for creating a podcast? Of course, you will need an equipment and a software in order for you to start a podcast. To start a podcast, you will need the following equipments. 1, of course, you will need a microphone. A good microphone is very essential for recording a high-quality podcast. Then you will also need a computer because you will need it to record and to edit your podcast. Or you can use simply your phone, because nowadays you can just simply use your phone in order for you to record a podcast, especially for Spotify, especially if you're not into that perfection thing of doing a podcast. Then you will also need a recording software. There are many different recording software programs available there outside. Some popular options include Audacity, And the GarageBand, well, the Audacity is free. You can download it for your Windows computer as well as in a Mac computer. The GarageBand will only be in the Mac computer. But for us, for this course that we're going to do, we will concentrate on Spotify because it's also for free. Okay? In this session, we have learned what a podcast is, the different types of podcasts, and the benefits of podcasting. We have also learned about the equipment and the software needed to start a podcast. In the next session, we will learn how to plan your podcast. So see you in the next session.